Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Geeks About Gaming. Hi, it's me, Wilden.
And it's me, Kendall. We got a bunch of things to talk to you guys about today. We got celebrities, new console stuff, and some games.
And some game.
Some games! Well, every week we also have games, so it's like, games!
What is this, some kind of gaming podcast?
Why, is that new?
What's that new? Yeah, Kendall, start us off. What's going on? What's happening?
So it's not a game that I discovered, but it's a cute little kid show. Its name is Geeks. Have you heard of it?
I have not.
Okay, you could watch it on Netflix. There's only 2 seasons right now, and they gave us a cliffhanger for a third one. And it's so adorable. It's a kid's show. It's only like 20 minutes long each episode. But it's about these 2 people. One of them's name is Miko, the other one's Hector. Their gamer tags is MeKO and High Five. And they're like the best video gamers in town. And it's basically them becoming tech support for a console or just like a company called Hinobi. So they're like Hinobi is equivalent to like PlayStation, Xbox, all that stuff. But like I feel like there's only in this world there's only one, and it's Hinobi. Basically, when a game glitches, it actually becomes a virtual real-life monster that people have to get rid of, or else it wreaks havoc on the town. And then Hinobi, there's like a Hinobi store in each town, and they have tech supports who are actually like your superheroes who get rid of these glitches. But also, there's like a Men in Black feature where they actually erase everyone's memory, and they have technology to like fix buildings, like automatically out of nowhere, and that's what the show is. It's just them being tech support. It's so cute.
So wait, is this
cute.
Live action? Is this anime?
No,
what is
it's like a cute little animation show.
Oh, cute little animation
so cute.
show.
And like everything has to do with video games too. Like they always call each other griefers, or they're like, "You got pwned," and it's like it's so adorable. And then it's like sometimes she has really cute catchphrases, the main girl, and she's like, OMMO instead of like OMG. She's like, it's just so cute, man.
Yeah, I have not heard this show, but now I have to check it out.
Yeah, I got so bored one day. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna watch, and then it like, when you're on Netflix and and like when you're over a story, it just automatically plays the trailer even if you haven't clicked it. It did that, and I was just like, okay, yeah. And I got into it, and I was like, this is adorable. I wish I was a voice actor for this show.
You want your own little character, don't you?
It's so cute, and it's like actually well written, because a lot of it's also like full circle, and I didn't think I would see that from like a kid's show like this, but it's really cute.
Yeah, guys, check it out on Netflix. 2 seasons. How many episodes is it?
I don't even know.
But you said they're like short half-hour ones, roughly.
Yeah, they're like really short, really cute. Like everyone can fully follow along.
Oh no, that's awesome. That's awesome.
What about you?
A weekly discovery. Well, I discovered that this week, September 10th, Tamarin comes out.
Ooh.
Now, if you guys have never heard Tamarin, here's my selling point. This is all you need. I'll tell you some more details in a second, but this is all you need to know. I have 3 words for you. Jet Force Gemini. That's my selling point right there. That's all you guys need. Those people are like, Jet Force Gemini? What? Where? What? If you've been begging for a new Jet Force Gemini game, this is the game for you, my friends. Tamarin. It's a spiritual successor to Jet Force Gemini. It's made by the same people that originally made it. Instead of playing people, you play this cute little thing that runs around, and they're shooting monsters and animals just like Jet Force Gemini. It's pretty much a new version of that, and people that I know are Jet Force Gemini fans are super hyped about this. It looks cute or adorable or whatever. It's coming on current consoles. I know this game's been kind of being made for a while. Yeah, but it's like, I wasn't like you're a fox, but it's a third-person action adventure, just like Jet Force Gemini is. Like open worldy and things like that. So if you're that kind of thing, it's right up your alley. And I think I'd heard of it before, but I kind of forgot about it until I saw it. But yeah, it's like you're just this little monkey thing with these big eyes and these like little thing, and you just run around and you shoot little. It's kind of like a what's it, like Bioman, that like weird sort of thing. But I'm definitely interested. It's a game that's been delayed before, but it's definitely coming to the PS4. They announced September 10th. There's a new trailer out.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, you should check it out. It's coming to PS4, Switch, Xbox, Microsoft Windows, which means it might come to Game Pass. I might wait and see if it comes to Game Pass. And Steam. You gotta fight pollution and the insects that result from the pollution and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's cool. So that's my discovery, which is weird because it's not too often where I'm discovering like newer games, and games like this they don't have games like this anymore. It's a very niche sort of thing. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see how the reviews go, but I know people are hyped about it. So yeah, that was a nice thing to discover for me. I
don't know if I'm interested, but I'm interested in watching for sure.
Yeah, I want to give it a shot. It depends. I don't know if I want to pay like a full price for it, sort of thing. But if it comes to Game Pass, I'm fully gonna jump into it. I mean, and graphically, it looks pretty good too, considering.
Also, I'm an idiot, by the way. The show's called Glitch Text and not Geek Text.
Glitch Text.
Glitch Text.
Glitch Text, folks.
Yeah.
So yeah, be sure to check out. It's called Glitch
Text.
God, why am I struggling to say that? Glitch Text.
I just know I'm an idiot.
It's okay. Oh, I could see the. Oh, it's kind of.
Do you want to watch the trailer? I think there's a trailer. There has to be, right? Everything has a trailer.
Yeah.
It just like came to me one day, and just like now, and I was like, it's Glitch Text.
Yeah, I could try to bring it up here.
It's so cute.
I'm trying to do this without messing up everything like I always do. So we're gonna.
Ah, there it is! That's Mikao. Her real name's Miko.
What's a glitch? Game code. Acting out a pattern. Basically, video game monsters. Glitch contained.
It looks like a little like Ben 10 or something like that.
It's a little, yeah. It's like it's like their consoles, and this is where all their power-ups come from.
Oh, I know. The ladies are into her hair. I can tell already.
Mind wipe whatever stooges witness the disturbance.
That was amazing! Need to breathe. Let's go!
Oh, I dig the beat. Oh, he's fighting a Rusa. What?
Yeah, it's adorable. And like they have little headquarters, and like there's a shit ton more.
Oh, it's a Nickelodeon show. Oh, it's a Nickelodeon show. Nice.
It's so cute. It's so adorable.
Nice. Yeah, I did. All right. You kind of sold me on it. So, Kendall, what? As far as that goes, what's going on this week story-wise? What the hell's going on?
Okay, so this has been going viral online, and it's about Tesla. And they're like, what can Tesla do when it comes to video games? Oh, did they make their own console? Are they backing up a new thing? Like, what are they doing? And none of that! They just literally built a video game interface into a car.
You don't say.
Yeah, and it only works when you're parked. So basically, Teslas have like a screen in their cars, right? And like there's a mode where you can actually play, it looks like Mario Kart. You can just play a racing game using the actual wheel and the accelerator and brakes of the car. Is that crazy?
It's oh gosh, I don't know how I feel about it because it sounds cool, but I'm just waiting for that story where it glitches out. Somebody like fucking
And
just
then they start
smashes,
moving?
smashes somebody's
imagine?
car. Can you
Yeah.
imagine going to that person? They're like, yeah, I was playing a video game and it kind of glitched out. Another person would be like, or whatever,
Yeah.
and then they have a big court battle over it. A story
Dude.
out of that.
I can see that happening.
So wow.
But-
So is this just the one game, or they're planning to do another stuff, or is just
No, yeah. So they're actually building a whole team in Austin, Texas. And they're trying to make like That's pretty much it. They're making like video game software, but just for their car, man.
So is there a store we have to purchase the app? Is it like a free thing?
That's a good question. I feel like it would come with the car, but like the thing is, the car comes with like its app, and then on that app from Tesla are the games you could play.
Knew what be okay.
Yeah, it's called Tesla Arcade, the app. But I think you can only get it if you have a Tesla.
I'm not getting my Dodge Caliber, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, but like that's crazy to me.
You know what? I don't know how it could be done, but what would be cool is to be able to play that game while the car is like self-driving you somewhere, so that way you have the motion sometimes, like on the highway or whatever, of moving.
Maybe.
But I don't know
I've
how
only ever seen videos of it parked, and it's mostly people's kids playing it.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool. I don't even know if that's possible to do that, but that'd be cool to be like, because you're not driving, it's self-driving for you, and then like the controls are focused on using for the game, and it wouldn't affect the car driving itself. Maybe one day, I don't know, but
that's just insane.
It's weird times we're living in, man. It's weird times. Driving like a Tesla. Oh my lord, I can't imagine that. Like,
yeah, can you imagine going up to your mom? You're like, Mom, Dad, can I play with the Tesla today?
and play the Tesla car? Like, I guess.
Can I play the Tesla car, please?
Well, I don't know. You know who's in real trouble now is the people that have the, you know, those things where you like sit in a full car and they have the big wide screens. That's like a racing thing. That's really the competition for that.
All I see are just a bunch of lawsuits.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for it to happen. I don't know if I would trust it. Like, I'll do it if I'm like, there's an open lot or in the field, I'll fucking go for it. But
oh yeah,
not if I'm like, not part of the streets of LA. I don't think so. Not street parking. Man, that's kind of wicked though.
I found a list.
Oh, okay.
Cuphead, which is kind of insane. How do you play that? Super
Wow.
Breakout, Centipede, Missile Command, and then like it's like a driving game they made themselves. You can play Lunar Lander. I don't know what that is. And then another one, Beach Buggy Racing 2. So that's what you could play.
Where can you get Beach Buggy Racing 1? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
Is that also Tesla? I guess so.
Yeah. Oh wait, also you could do Fallout Shelter and Asteroids.
Fallout Shelter. Oh,
That's
look
kinda-
out, Switch. You got
Yeah.
some competition. Nintendo's
That's
in
kinda-
trouble right now.
Yeah, with the wheel and like accelerating and braking. You think maybe the accelerators jump or something, or maybe there's probably a button on the wheel.
Oh no, if they get Mario Kart, that's it. If they somehow made a
That's
deal with
it.
Nintendo to get Mario Kart,
Yeah.
that's it.
But Beach Buggy is already like Mario Kart. It's like you're racing and there are little things like checkpoints, and then also there are boxes you can break for power-ups. It's the same thing.
That's... Dang, I just don't know, like... I mean, I don't know. I guess there's a demand for it, I guess, but I don't know.
For
Again,
Tesla owners, the 1%.
yeah, to show it off. Yeah, the super rich people. But it's like, otherwise it's, I would rather, if I'm sitting in a parking lot waiting for something, I feel like people would still naturally go for the Switch or something like that.
Oh
it's
my god.
like, why am I going to sit in my car and just...
That's insane. Well, maybe it's like when we're at the grocery store and you don't want to go inside the grocery store with your mom, so you just sit inside playing video.
Yo, if I had that back in high school where my mom, I would drive with her because she worked at my high school, so every day on the way home she would have to go get tanning. Yeah. Thank God that there was a movie rental store. Those still exist at the time because I'm old. So I could go into that all the time, but even then I was bored after going that the second or third day in a row. And it's like, I can't even imagine having that.
Or like, can you imagine being a parent and you're like picking up your kid, but you're waiting for them to come outside of a building, so you're just like playing a video game while while you're waiting for them to come?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if I could trust myself or anybody else to do it. Like, I don't know. Not like, once I know it's been like a few years and there's been no issues or any glitches or anything, then maybe, but I don't know. That's crazy though.
Isn't it though?
Why not?
Isn't it?
Cuphead, I still figure out how Cuphead, can you like plug a controller in and fucking, I don't know. Right? It's like, oh my lord. Kendall, what else is going on?
Resident Evil is having a TV show, and they picked up the director from Breaking Bad. That's all I got. I'm not excited for it. I don't know. I feel like there are people who are excited about it. I'm just like not one.
Well, what I saw of it, nobody was asking for it, but the script did not like excite. There was like, it's like Wesker, if you play Resident Evil, he's like one of the main protagonists of the series, but it's like him as a kid or something, and they're like,
yeah.
But why? Why do we? It's like a prequel, sort of, and it's like, yeah. Did we ask for it? No. Does anybody want this? Not really. I mean,
not really.
It's weird. It's live action and not animated because I know Netflix has been picking up the video game animated thing. That seems to be doing well, right? I mean, you got Castlevania, and what's the one that's launching like this month? Dragon's Dogma. So I'm just really interested, but I don't know. It's like a young Wesker or his family or some weird like that, and it's just like, why don't you just adapt what's already there and just start to, because it's not like the films did them so well enough to where like, oh, if we try to redo it, we're gonna ruin the legacy of the movies or anything.
Yeah.
So, just a little out of the blue though.
Yeah, for sure. It's a little. I mean, if there's a community for it, then there's a community for it.
Yes, we'll see. Kendall, what else is going on? Something a little more not as weird, or
sorry to burst your bubble, but it just gets weirder because
come on,
celebrities,
ew.
Right? I'm gonna
celebrities,
start Post Malone, right?
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. He came by my work one. My coworker. Yeah, my coworker met him because he just was outside for a second, but I didn't see him. But yeah.
Yeah. So we all know that like celebrities are starting to like take investments in esports, right? It started with Offset, where he, invested in FaZe. Drake, who invested in 100 Thieves. The Weeknd and Overactive Media, right? And it's just kind of happening. But now Post Malone felt left out, decided he also needed in on the action, and he's actually part of Dallas Empire, and which is he's part owner. No one really knows how much he put into it or what kind of stakes he has into it, but we just know that he has a chunk of it now. So it's just slowly happening, man. I mean,
and it's not to be specific, but every person you name's a rapper. It's like rapper specifically. Yeah, for some reason, and I don't know what it is, because it's felt like this, it does feel like, weirdly enough, whenever you think of music and gaming, besides, like, soundtracks, and not Japan, but, like, America specifically, for some reason, it's, like, the rap, like, that, for some reason, is, like, the first genre you go to.
Yeah.
Even over rock sometimes. And I don't know why, but it does seem like that'd be a natural thing in a weird way. So, I don't know why everybody's... I mean, that's the new hip thing now, right? It's like everybody's waking up and they're like, we better do it now while we can and hop in there. Everybody's doing it. Pretty soon, every organization will have one.
I don't actually know if he took some investment in Envy, the parent company of Dallas Empire. I just know he's part of Dallas Empire, so maybe it's not the full entity of it, but like a big part. Yeah. So it's happening. These rappers, man, they're learning from each other. They're realizing how much money they're making off esports, and they're like, that's where we gotta go.
Well, I mean, if I was like super rich all of a sudden, I mean, even you know, I mean, esports is not really too much of my thing, but even I would put money in that or something, you know. Why wouldn't you?
Right. And another thing happening in the world, LeBron's son, Bronny James, just joined FaZe. He was already in the gaming world. He was really popular on TikTok. He has like a little over 300,000 followers on Twitch, and he decided he wants to go pro. Do you know how old he is, by the way?
I do. I want to know how old he is. Because if it's... I mean, it's bad enough if they're, like, in their young 20s. But when it's under the age of 20, it's when it gets the worst.
He's 15.
15? I was thinking, like, 18 maybe, but 15.
He is 15 years old.
I'm just going to go walk in the sands of the desert and just never come back. Because there's really no point anymore. Honestly.
Oh, my God.
And and of course he has a bajillion this and a bajillion that, because why not?
And he's going pro. He mostly plays Fortnite, Warzone, and of course NBA 2K. But he only wants to be big online, and he said that he's most unlikely going to be a competitive player when it comes to championships. So he's just, you know, he's just part of the team that makes some money and gets a lot of views.
I have my own thoughts, but I should just, you know what, just move on to the next thing.
Okay. Another thing happening, chess.
It's been happening the last year or so. It's been, the auto chess thing is all of a sudden hip and happening.
Chess is making its way into the esports world by having it be like competitive, you know, and actually people are hiring coaches to teach them how to play chess for like Twitch rivals, competition, stuff like that, right? Well, TSM is getting in on the action. Instead of hiring a coach, they decided to bring one of the best pro chess players in. His name is Hikaru Nakamura, and they signed him as a TSM member. And now he's probably going to play all the tournaments with them, for them. I wouldn't even say with them. He's probably going to play all the tournaments for them. But Nakamura has been, I guess you could say, a leader, one of like the, you know, the backers of establishing chess on Twitch and tournaments for esports on Twitch. So it's like a really, it's like a good step up into the world of esports for sure.
Yeah, and it makes you think this thing, like, at this point now, you're getting to that door where, like, esports applies to everything, right? Because back in the day, like, the original esports, it was mostly, like, fighting games, like Evo and stuff like that. Then it moved on to shooters, and then you have battle royales. It's like, what's the next thing? And I think this is a sign of where it's going. It's where you're talking about esports of sports games. So, like, you know, that's where it seems it's going. You're going to start seeing stuff probably for NBA, for golf, PGA Tour, because a lot of people like that. FIFA, of course. I mean, like, heaven forbid, I'm waiting for the WWE one to actually happen. As absurd as that is, you could do it. A professional,
it could happen, for sure.
you know, and
you know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for my time to shine. Minesweeper. I'm so good at Minesweeper that I'm waiting for that day to come, and I'll just boom, #1 champion.
Wow, at least you have something. I have, maybe, I can do, once they move into, like, the board game route, then maybe have a shot. So, like, the Uno, you know.
I'm waiting for that.
And
that has to happen.
Yeah, the Monopoly Clue sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's a take. Or, well, I mean, there's the movie Trivia Schmodown, but if they want to do, like, extended version of that, you know, or a game trivia.
One more thing. Just also guess how old Hikaru is. Just guess.
I feel like he's older from photos I've seen.
Yeah, you would think, right? He's 15 as well.
What?
He looks like a 30-year-old
I was gonna say, like, he was like 25 or something.
He's straight 15 years old, man.
Jesus, God. You know what? You're gonna start getting me on this tangent about, like, these kids are too young. I don't care how rich or whatever they are. They're too young. You're gonna give me in that tangent, but I'm just gonna stop because I'm getting to that point where it's like
insane.
Too young.
Too young. Where's our time?
It's too young.
How come we can't be proud of
Because we got screwed over by life. That's why. That's why. And society doesn't want to give it to us.
That's insane. Okay,
well,
okay.
Jeez, Kendall, you're just coming in with all the... It's just news that just, like, life is just... I don't know.
Yeah.
Not the most motivational news for some of us here. But
no, it gives me more motivation. If they could do it, we could do it.
Yeah, screw age.
Screw age.
Screw experience. Clearly, certain experience doesn't really matter as much anymore of certain things. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. It's irrelevant. Screw that.
That's so funny. All right, what do you have for me,
What
Golden?
I have... It's a little bit... Well, yeah.
So what's depressing? Please tell me.
Not really. It's a one of them isn't as depressing. One of them's slightly a bit of hope, but a couple of these are kind of depressing in their own way. Yeah. So so there'd been a thing where for PlayStation 5 where people had thought it's like months ago, Mark Cerny came in, did his little speech, gave all the tech stuff. People saw, oh, there's a little extra gap there. There was rumor of backwards compatibility and stuff like that. Well, it seems to have been confirmed by Ubisoft, of all people, and not Sony themselves, from a fact that they wrote that basically said, it was talking about upgrading, like PS4 to PS5, and it said, yeah, you can upgrade. It's like, you can play PS4 games on the PS5, but you cannot play PS3, PS2, or PS1 games. And so that whole thing about people thinking you could play the old games kind of out the window.
But, like, why wouldn't you? Like, I feel like we're at a time in our lives where we should be able to have that.
Yeah, and PlayStation, you know, has been known for not having backwards compatibility for a while. Yeah. And there is PlayStation Now, but it doesn't have everything. At least not yet.
Okay.
And I know for me, it was, because I was still trying to decide if I would want to get a physical one or a digital. I was leaning more to digital anyway, but one of the only things that was, like, maybe a factor in me getting the physical was the backwards compatibility, just to have that option.
Yeah.
That, and I guess, like, having a Blu-ray player, that's the only other thing, but I'm like, whatever. But yeah, it's... In the scheme of things, when you think about it, it's not soul-crushing into the world stuff. I'll be fine. You know? I'll be fine. And, like, PlayStation Now, like I said, doesn't have everything, but it does have some stuff. They have some older games on the PS2. And just the way, you know, it'd be nice if Sony just kind of fixed their online stuff to make all the older stuff online, because then once they do that, it's not really a factor anymore. But again, it is slightly disappointing because there were things and hints that made it seem like they might actually go full boat on it, especially with what Xbox doing. And apparently that's not the case. PS3 makes sense because it's a little hard. That one was a weird sort of thing, so it's a little harder to make that work. But like PS2 and stuff like that, you know, they had still good games on there. So yeah, so sorry to bring that news to anybody that was excited. And then also too, to even make, gosh, I got more choice. Relating to Ubisoft again. Ubisoft. Let's talk about Ubisoft. It's one of those things where it's like every week, it just like what I always say, just about life in general. It seems like when the 2020 could get worse, it does. I mean, look what had just recently happened, and it just seems to be going with Ubisoft especially. Every week, just when you think you couldn't get worse, it just does. They've been a lot of heat recently for how the company is, how all this stuff, and they're treating their employees and all this crap. And now they brought up another. So there's a game called Elite Squad. And
yes, like I was so excited for it because I love Tom Clancy.
Yeah, Tom Clancy. And then they decided that it was a good idea to put out the trailer where in the game they're just basically doing the fists raised in the air as a representation for this.
Yeah, they straight use the Black Power fist as a sign of escalating civil unrest.
Yep, and then they're like, oh, we'll take this down. And I heard it best earlier today. It's how does Ubisoft not read the room?
Read the room, man.
That's what kind of, yeah. I was watching Kind of Funny, and they were saying that like this morning, to quote them, and they said it perfect. Like, how do you not read the room on this?
Read the room,
and
man.
after all the crap they've gone through, and then they're like, you know what? We're in such hot water right now. We're just gonna fucking throw this out too and get it out the way, and then people will forget about it or whatever. Was their thought process? Or you could have just not done it at all.
Yeah, literally though. Literally though, it could have been anything. Why that of all things?
It's bad enough doing it not now, but now doing it now at the worst possible time to ever do it.
Insane.
Yeah, and they since took down the trailer and apologized, but nobody fucking buys their shit anymore. They've gone downhill so fast.
So, dude, I don't even know what they're gonna do now.
I don't know. I don't know how you come back from that. Do you just... Do you just not even release the game? You just... Fuck, I don't know.
Right? Like, do you wait a year, 2 years? But you do.
I don't know. That's... Again, it's like how... Again, it shows you how messed up the system is because, like, how do you get through that many channels?
Yeah.
And nobody thought, wait a second. Nope.
I just can't, man.
Ubisoft, oh boy. I mean, they still got Assassin's Creed, which I still kind of want to play, and Far Cry 6.
Same.
But besides those two things, it's like, oh god, guys, what the hell are you doing? It needs to be... that company needs to be fixed hardcore. Alright, so slightly... Well, it's not like... Let's talk about something that's potentially more hopeful here. One thing that I noticed right now is you're starting to see Switches are coming back in stock, finally. I keep noticing the Ring Fit Adventure is finally back in stock. And things of that sort. We know... There's the big rumor right now that the big holiday thing is going to be this Mario 3D collection with all the past Mario 3D games that supposedly is going to be the thing. But now there's always been this rumor of, like, is there going to be Switch Pro? Is there not? Because we know how Nintendo is. They release 80 different versions of whatever they've released. And then they're like, no, not really. And then it came to light and stuff like that. And then now we've seen, like, stuff recently popped up about like factories and certain things to indicate that seems to be more of the case that there is gonna possibly seems to be that's a lot of words for that that there is gonna be some sort of pro or updated Switch version, and that's gonna come out some point next year. So what do we think about this, Kendall? What do we think about a Switch for somebody like me who I don't have a Switch? And honestly, this Mario Collection thing would be one of the like things I would get. This Ring Thing Adventure would be one of the things I would get, believe it or not, because I need exercise. But then like you got this Pro coming. It's like I don't know what to do. Like is this thing gonna come out? Is this an actual thing that's happening? You think? Wait, you're muted. Oh.
Now?
You're good. You're good. That was weird too.
Okay. With the success of Switch right now, of course you have to give the credit to quarantine. I think it's a great idea that they're actually trying to like liven it up and make it a little more, I guess, elite, you know what I mean, or just like better. But like, are they successful to the point where they could do that just because they're successful, or was it just, or did they get that push because of quarantine? You know?
Yeah, that's the thing, is because they run out of stock, right? And they're finally getting back stock to regular Switches.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, how far were they planning into this upgraded version to come? Because you hear rumors that it might be 4K even, which for Nintendo, if you know anything about Nintendo, they're known for being slightly behind technology-wise on their stuff. Extended battery. We always want extended battery. I don't know. Like, it's... Because, again, it's going to be a hot system seller, but you know, and I'm torn. I'm torn on it. I don't know what to do. But I think, it's inevitable that's going to happen. But I think, like, I don't know, as you mentioned, with, like, the delays in quarantine, is that Switch Pro, would have that ever come out this year and it got delayed because of quarantine? Or was it something they always were planning for next year anyway?
I wish I knew more about that industry, like the innards of it, more to know, like, how far in advance do they really plan these things?
I'm sure sometime ahead of time, right?
Yeah.
Because you can talk about the manufacturing costs, the design of it, when to sell it. Because I wouldn't have been surprised, because, like, to have a game, because then people are talking about, too, like, we know, like, Breath of the Wild 2 is coming, right? So you can use that to be, like, the game to sell with the new system.
To sell with the Pro, yeah. I think it's smart when it comes to developers, for sure. I think it's smart for Switch. But is it too soon, though? Like, people are just buying Switches this year. Are they gonna buy a Switch Pro next year?
I think that those people that have a regular Switch, I think some of them will. Those who have a Switch Lite, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think the people definitely, too, who have the Switch prior quarantine will probably get it, too.
Yeah, because it's one of those things where it's, you know, as far as, like, prices goes, it's not upgrading from, like, a PS4 to PS4 Pro, you know, but the only thing that's holding it back, though, too, is that how it saves. You know, it's a lot of it's always, like, localized to that system. So, like, Animal Crossing, you can't transfer your game from that over. So it's like, is that something they're gonna fix? Or they they need to change their online and fix that, too. Because that's been a little lacking.
Yeah. But I do think it's interesting that we hear about a Switch Pro the same timeline of Switches coming back in stock. Because it makes you, like, think, like, oh, do I get a Switch or do I wait for this one? Is this a thing? Do I wait for it? Do I buy a one now? Like,
Because they already upgraded once, right? Where they had the Switch version 1 and then they upgraded the battery to 2.
Yep, and then they had like a nice version, like a nice version of the Switch Lite.
I mean, I'm telling you, like, I mean, it could have worked with this Mario Collection to launch that with the Pro.
Oh, for sure.
But if they do pull of like, oh, we're launching the Switch Pro with Breath of the Wild 2, I mean, that's good. People would buy it that already has Switch. They would, just for Breath of the Wild 2, to have it on that newest version. Because that thing did pretty well for them, from what I heard. That first one sold like hotcakes, and people have been... Much less that they get a sequel that soon is shocking, or that. I mean, the only other one I could think of is like the Metroid Prime collection. That would be enough too. You know, something like that. That and this Mario, but I don't know. I mean, and I think the timelines, there's maybe like spring next year, not like a holiday, but like spring, like right before that summer hits. That's a fair time to do it. Yeah. Right after all the new console, because that's the other thing too, is that you wouldn't watch the Pro now. It's like, how well is the Switch going to do with these new consoles coming out this year? They're getting all that back in stock. Is it going to still sell like hotcakes? Having that Mario title will probably help, but I don't know. That's another thing to consider. But if you watch the Pro outside the window, then you're good, because it's weird, because they're on their own timeline, you know. So it's curious to see. Okay. So that's kind of it. I know we've been talking about a lot of just news recently or whatever. Kendall, hopefully we have something even a little more positive than that, I hope.
Yeah, I mean, positive in the sense of, like, new Batman game, Gotham Knight.
Yeah!
That's freaking sick, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm Red Hood. Red Hood.
Yeah, this is a Batman game without Batman.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty sick. It has to do with Batman, I'm gonna air quote this, dying, and it's up to Nightwing, Batgirl, Red Hood, and Robin to protect the city, right? We also found out that somewhere in there, they're actually gonna be against the Court of Owls, which is a fairly new Batman villain, but they're really popular, and they're really gaining up there when it comes to Batman villains.
I mean, if you talk about lore, they're about as lore as you could possibly get.
Oh, for sure, and it's pretty great. The trailer looks fun. There's a lot of new gadgets, new toys that we're definitely gonna play with. But there's one thing that I want to talk about that I hate. I hate it. Robin's outfit looks so bad. It looks so bad.
I don't. Why? Why have a problem with his outfit?
I think it looks bad because, 1, he has a hood. 2, he has a cape. 3, he has a jacket that looks like when you zip up a jacket and then it actually misses the teeth, so it just like separates at the bottom, but you're still zipping. That's what it looks like. Also, we did find out that Robin is Tim Drake, which is pretty exciting. Okay, anyway.
Well, yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah, you would hope so, right? It's pretty exciting. Because we already have Nightwing in there. You know, like, who could it be? Who could Robin be? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, because the only other one it could be is Damian Wayne.
Yeah.
Because Jason Todd's Red Hood, so it's like...
I was about to say that,
He only got so many left.
There's only so many Robins out there. Like, who could
so many, not including the female Robins. We're not talking about, you know...
Mm-hmm.
So is that your only gripe? Is it just his outfit that bothers you? It really bothers you much.
Yeah, it bothered me because he has a hood and he has a cape. It looks like it's a broken, unzipped jacket. But also, his chest is red, right? Mm-hmm. And then his arms are like, the outside is black and the inside is red. So it makes his chest look more broad and makes his arms look skinny. And if you look at Nightwing and Red Hood, they have like, I don't know, lean outfits, skin tight, broad shoulders, just like very much. That's the picture I want.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
He looks like a fucked up rectangle. It looks so bad.
I'm trying to bring up Robin here. Hold on. Robin. Now.
So bad.
So a couple of things is one. I mean, here's like another look at it, sort of. Him standing, but.
Yeah, but it just makes his arms look so tiny because of that red there.
Now like, I remember though during the trailer,
yeah.
or the gameplay footage, wasn't there, I think, like a second where
He
during the
teleported?
gameplay he had the Red Robin outfit on? I think he had the Red...
It did look like it.
Yeah, like where he had, let me see if I could... If they
I'm
have
pretty sure that was when he teleported. Am I crazy?
Yeah, you might be right, but it's weird because it look... Yeah, okay, so I don't... I could see where it would bother you. I could see. Because, to be fair, too, in the previous Arkham City, he also had the hood, but it was a hood-cape combo, so it kind of worked, right?
Sure, but, like, why give him both a hood and a cape?
I don't...
It looks so bad!
Well, yeah, because, like, Red Robin here, he has the hood and cape. Like, that's his look.
Yeah.
But as you're saying... This isn't a Red Robin look. This is just Robin look, and Red Robin's gonna be like a different costume.
Yeah.
Put on.
It's just I wish the hood. It doesn't look like it would be skin tight on his face. It looks like it's just like a jacket hood, which is why I mostly don't like it.
I could see. Oh, like here's the back of it, a little bit. You can kind of see it there.
God, I just can't. I can't, man. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, that looks like a jacket. Just like. That would just, like, do this, you know?
Yeah, I will say the zipper thing is a little weird. The zipper thing's a little weird.
It just looks like he tried to zip up his jacket, and it just broke.
Yeah, and it's weird because Red Hood looks different, too. So the thing... I don't know what you're implying with the air quotes, Kendall, when you said Batman, but it can't have anything to do with the fact that Batman's totally going to be in this game or anything.
He's in this game. He's totally not.
This isn't, and to be fair, we've said this before on the last thing when we talked about fandom. But to be fair, they did establish Suicide Squad is in continuity with the Batman games prior.
Yeah.
This one is not. It just so happens to be here that he's also dead in this one, right?
Exciting, isn't it?
So yeah, like
they're basically just trying to make an excuse to make more games.
Right, so the fact
how
is...
do we do that?
So Suicide Squad, Batman's dead, that's fine. You're playing Suicide Squad. This one, yeah, it's easier to believe because it's Warner Brothers Montreal, who also did Origins and stuff, that he would come back. And also, I could see it, though, setting up maybe for, like, yeah, like, I could see the Damian Wayne thing. Because he's, like, the only real one that's missing, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And it's weird because looking at this Robin outfit, it almost would fit more of Damian's.
Yeah.
Like if it was Damian instead of Tim Drake, would you still feel as upset about it, or more like I kind of get it? It's a little douchey.
I would get it more, but also it's like you still could have designed it better.
And that's the thing too, right? Then it's like at that point they should make Tim Drake just get. So I wonder if maybe they'll do a thing where it's like. We know that costume exists, right? So, and it seems like the way this game's set up, you're earning, like, points and experience as you're doing shit. So you could probably buy multiple costumes. That's probably going to be the case. But it would be kind of cool if, like, Damian came in and then he got his own Robin outfit. And then Tim Drake just drops this one you don't like and just goes full Red Robin outfit. And, like, you know...
Yeah, that would be a whole different conversation.
Yeah, because then he officially becomes Red Robin, and you have everybody there. That's the thing. We don't know enough yet still about, like, what are...
Anything, yeah.
Yeah, or is it, like, are you going to be able to purchase... how that's going to work. We don't know yet. But it's interesting. That's just an interesting... Yeah, I never really thought about their... I like... Again, Red Hood's is a little different, too.
Yeah. He looks like, honestly, he kind of looks like, I said it on one of my streams. He looks like Deadpool and someone, who did I say he looked like?
I don't know if
he looks like a mix of two.
I don't know if I like the brown, necessarily. It's weird because in Arkham Knight, it was more, like, technological based, right? So, like, his helmet had, like, a sort of Iron Man thing to it, where there was a screen.
Deathstroke. I said he looks like a mix of Deadpool and Deathstroke.
Yeah, and this one, because like in Arkham Knight or whatever, he had like metal armor, where this one it seems like just like padded armor.
Yeah,
And so I don't think I like as much as like Arkham. But to be fair though, that was in Arkham Knight when he was fully bad, and like the if you're a super Batman nerd like I am, if you played the extra story DLC when he was just Red Hood, before that, it was literally just like a shirt and a hood, and then some gloves. It wasn't really like, it was barely like armor he had on. So this is better than that, I would say. It is interesting though that he's one of the characters though, because he's such like an outlier.
For sure, which I think it's like someone they needed. Like, I feel like if you're gonna have 4 people team up, be the protectors of a city, you need one that's like an outlier. You need one that's like the person to like not follow rules, or just like they're this free-spirited thinker.
I guess, you know? I don't...
The conflict. You needed like a conflict, and he could be that conflict.
Oh yeah, you're right. He probably will be. Because, because, you know, he starts, you know, because you start talking about Red Hood and Outlaws and his own group and things like, and, yeah, it's interesting to see how that carries over, especially, like, going into the Court of Owls and stuff like that. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, it's like, are we going to see other villains? Because, again, this is, like, a separate continuity, although, I will say that the Mr. Freeze in this looked pretty similar to the one in the Arkham universe. I was like, I don't know about that, but whatever.
You're like, these games, they're not related?
Yeah, supposedly it's not. That's what they say. It's not canon, but whatever.
That's funny.
But that's just an interesting thing. When you told me that, you're like, I have an issue with this outfit. I'm like, interesting. All right, okay. So I blame you. Yeah, but yeah, I am gonna get the game. I'm gonna play Red Hood. I mean,
yeah.
I think, I'm pretty sure, like, out of the 4, I have this feeling that Robin is probably on the lowest out of most people's lists. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling, like, more than likely somebody's going to pick Red Hood, Nightwing, or Batgirl, right? It's, you know...
Do you think it's possible to do, like, 4 players? I know that's a lot, but, like, would that be too much to ask?
I mean, they mentioned co-op, I think, with at least 2.
Yeah, they did.
With 4,
That's a lot.
Well, I mean, look at Avengers, right? Isn't some of the Avengers stuff online up to teams of 4? So I could see it. Yeah, I could see it. I could see it. It's gonna be interesting. That and Suicide Squad, very interesting.
For sure. I'm actually really excited for Suicide Squad. I feel like we needed a video game like this, especially since the movie is popular. It's bad. But, like, it did really well for just being a, you know...
Yeah, and the new one looks like it's going to be a lot better than that first one.
Oh, for sure. It already looks to be a lot better.
So...
This game is exciting because we have Deadshot and Captain Boomerang again. We love them, but we also brought in King Shark, which everyone knows from The Flash, if you watch The Flash.
Yeah, and he's also in a new Suicide Squad movie, too. It's a year for King Shark, man. It's finally getting his due.
And then King Shark is also in the Harley Quinn animated series that they had.
Oh, yeah?
Which is now on HBO Max.
I've heard good things about it, actually.
It's so funny. I'm like 4 episodes in. It's so funny.
I do want to watch it. I know they'd be shipping her and Ivy really good. I heard that. Yeah, no, the Suicide Squad I'm excited about. I know we talked about this before, but again, what I'm curious about is that is connected to the Arkham universe, and if you don't, if you didn't need that, for sure, I mean, Tara Strong is Harley Quinn. That's you know, that's
exciting.
That's our, you know, but then, you know, people have had issues with Deadshot. I'm wondering if they're going to address that, because he did all of a sudden somehow change race, even though it's supposed to be the same person. But again, that's the one too where I could think, like, it's supposed to be Kill the Justice League. You have a game about the Justice League turning bad, but to not have Batman because he's dead is also interesting.
Yes.
So that makes me think, like, is he going to come back somehow in that one too? To, like, help them?
It's all about the narrative of this. Like, why are they bad? Where did Batman actually go?
Because there's no way, like, even... Because that's the thing, right? In any scenario like this, even if Batman's not in the game physically,
Yeah.
there's no way. I'm thinking there's like, I don't know, a 60% chance that the Suicide Squad like goes and they're like, oh well, they go and visit like the Batcave or some shit because Batman has the solution, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because if we know anything about comic book lore, Batman always had backup just in case shit went wrong to take people down, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, and then let's cover. There's another event that happened this weekend. Gamescom,
Woo!
which is one of the last cons of the summer. It's like that Tokyo Game Show kind of, and PAX West, which is actually still coming.
Yeah. I'm actually excited for some of these games.
Yeah, it's coming. It's in Germany usually every year, but what they did, and this is a first, is they did a live stage presentation, which you've been keeping up with Jeff Keighley and stuff like that. Mostly everybody's been doing these pre-recorded digital stuff. This is the first time we had anything that was like somewhat live.
Yep. They tried their best.
They tried. You know what? It wasn't the best. It wasn't the best.
But they definitely tried.
I mean, to be honest, and it was still going on this weekend, too.
Yeah.
It was still happening. I'm trying to catch up on shows like that because they announced other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like the main show goes, honestly, like the only thing that really got me interested was, I mean, I like the Ratchet and Clank stuff I saw. We saw Fall Guys Season 2 with Beevil, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But I was actually surprised with the one that caught me off guard was the Lego Star Wars, because I knew that was coming, right? I knew it was coming out, and I briefly replayed some of the Lego Star Wars like through Origin and stuff, but like I didn't get too far into it. But otherwise, I had no interest in playing this re-release at all. But then I realized they did voices to all the characters now. Yeah. Which, if you played any of the old Star Wars, that was pre them doing voices for all their games. And then when I started seeing some of the jokes, like the one with Palpatine at the end, I was like, that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. And then and this is the first time they're doing Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker and Lego, because they only ever did, I think, Force Awakens. And so I was like, you know what? I'm kind of interested in playing that. Again, I haven't checked a lot of the other ones. There's some that IGN put up that I'm going to watch, like trailers for games I never heard of and things like that. But yeah, Kendall, if you got stuff you want to talk about, go for it. Let me know.
So you know I like puzzle games.
Mm-hmm.
They have a new one coming out. It's actually coming out this October. It's called Love. And just from the trailer, it kind of just seems... I'm going to read the synopsis.
Okay.
It's puzzle boxes don't usually focus on people, but love focuses on you solving the issues of the many residents of the neighborhood. Bring color back to the lives of the people who reside there as you get to them, and then fix the moments they regret the most. So, in the trailer, it just kind of seems like you're in one apartment complex, and then you do certain things that trigger things, and then you rotate each floor to, like, get on a certain path. So that seems really fun to me. It looks really cute, and it looks like, stressless, which is what I like. Another one I'm like super excited for is, my love for Overcooked and my love for Moving Out. Well, they decided to make kind of like I don't even know, it's just like not open world, but it's like similar to Stardew Valley or Breath of the Wild. It's called Epic Chef, and it's basically like Overcooked. And you're just a chef in a town, and you're like talking to people, and you're getting ingredients, and you're cooking for some people. And it's just, it's really cute. That I'm excited for. Obviously, I'm excited for Assassin's Creed. That's like just my thing.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm so
yeah. And then there's one more that I think is really cool. It's called Operation Tango, and it's a 2-player game, and you have to have 2 players. Like, you can't play it on your own, which is what I love, because I love playing with people. And you're basically inside in a computer, like inside in like a cyber world. You're just basically hacking things, and it's like another kind of puzzle-ish type game, and you're just on missions, solving things. That's about it. Oh, actually, one more. It's a dog VR game where you just play with your dog in VR.
Like that. Was it the Nintendo D? Didn't it have it on the DS or something back in the day?
Yeah, it's something similar to that, and now it's like
Lord.
in VR. You could pet it. You could throw a stick and it'll catch it, and yeah, just all the things with dogs, and you could literally do it. You could literally get it right now on Steam, but I don't know if you have to have VR for it. But
does it say what VR it's on? Because that might tell you the answer. Does it?
No, actually. Let me find out.
Look into that. There's one. There's also one I forgot to shout out to, which I think I might try it now.
Ooh.
Did you find it yet?
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
The Vive, the Oculus Rift, or the Valve Index.
Oh, okay. So it's multi-platform. Okay.
Yeah, it's only $5.
Oh, that's good. I know. I'm still. There are certain days where I'm like, maybe I'll pick up a PSVR, but I don't, and I'm still hesitant. Sometimes it depends. But anyway, another one I wanted to shout out I forgot, and it's weird because it's top down. And if you know me at all, I'm not much into top down games, but this is as top down as it gets. It's literally like straight up and down, but it is a story based game and it is single player. And I might actually give it a shot, and that's a game known as 12 Minutes. And
12 minutes.
It's a game, it's an adventure game. It's like somebody like breaks into people's houses or something like that, and it's like there's a couple. It's known for too because like the guy that breaks into a house looks like Agent 47 from Hitman. It looks exactly like him. But yeah, it's like you kind of go into people's houses and like it's very story based. Another reason that I might consider doing it, even though it's top down, it's not my thing, is they announced a voice cast for this game.
Oh, okay.
Which is Willem Dafoe, which he's been in a video game before, which was Beyond Two Souls. But yeah, it's him. Daisy Ridley.
Wow.
Yeah, and James McAvoy.
Wow, that's a great cast.
Yeah, it's a good cast. So then that more I saw, I was like, as much as I hate top down, I like everything else I'm hearing though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like a time loop sort of thing.
Okay.
So you have to like keep reliving the same thing over and over again. Different things happen, and I don't know like how long of a game it is or how long you can really do that for.
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't top down. Now, especially, but
that's kind of exciting.
Yeah, and it's coming to Xbox One and Windows, which means I'm hoping it comes to Game Pass, so I can just get it there.
You could just boom, easy
peasy. Yeah. Usually if it's made for Xbox, it's coming to Game Pass. I expect that it will here shortly. It's coming out sometime this year. I don't know if they have a date for it yet, but yeah, when I saw that cast, I was like, ooh. Yeah, so it'd be worth trying that out. And anything else? But yeah, overall Gamescom was okay. I felt like too, like a lot of people, like it was the one thing, because where you have these weekend events, right? Like DC Fan, you know, but this one, it was like the main show, and then like nobody else really paid attention. I didn't see people. Yeah. It was trending on Twitter a little bit, but I felt like I saw nobody really talking about it after that first day.
Really?
And it was just kind of like, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'm curious because I'm still not sure what even PAX West is doing, or I don't know, but it's crazy. It's crazy we got Gamescom already. I mean, that's the tail end. I mean, we're
at the end of summer.
We're hitting in September. That's insane.
Dude, we're like 4 months away from the end of the year.
Oh gosh, don't even remind me. But as far as stuff we've been playing, I don't know if you've been playing, Kendall, but stuff we've been playing this week, I have started my replay through of Horizon Zero Dawn.
Nice. Okay. Sick.
Which recently, came out on PC. I've seen mixed reviews on it though. I don't know why. I haven't seen the best reviews for the PC, so I'm glad I didn't make that call. But it's good to go back to it. Just a reminder, because we know the second one's coming some point next year. And I was like, I just want a quick refresher, because it was a fun game for its time. And it's the first time I'm doing a New Game Plus, but I'm doing it on easy. Because, like, the reason I always avoid New Game Plus is because I rarely ever play games more than once anyway.
Yeah.
But I used to always associate with New Game Plus as, like, even harder than extra hard.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? I'm going to do New Game Plus and easy so I can just enjoy it, get through it, get the gist, and let's go. So that's a first. And I finally started for the first time. I finally got Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I finally started it.
Wow! Fantastic!
First time playing through it. I've only just barely scratched the surface.
Yeah.
But I dig it so far. I dig it.
You know what I've been playing?
What?
The first minute of Among Us, because I can't get past that. I keep getting disconnected from Fall Guys and Among Us.
Ooh.
I don't even know. I've never played a full game of Among Us.
Well, to be fair, I haven't either. I have never even touched it. I don't have it installed. It's a cool game everybody's playing now.
Woo-hoo!
That's getting all the YouTube views and hits
It
and
really is.
hits.
It's getting super popular.
I mean, again, it's like it's weird because it's in concept. It seems like it's nothing new, and the game itself, like the artwork or whatever, I'm just not a fan of it.
I think it's just like who you play it with, Because like I've seen people play it, like I made them go live on Discord just so I could like be a part of it, And I could like tell that just like the more you play with the same people, it gets more and more fun. I know people who like get onto a server and then they're like, "Do you guys want to keep playing together?" And they're like, "Yeah." Then they like it just gets more fun with the same people if you know these people.
See, I'm just waiting for I'm just waiting for like a Clue sort of like murder mystery online game. That's what I want. That's what I would rather have. I guess I'm just getting a little like, cynical and just be like, I'm tired of all these. Oh, play with your friends. These are the ones that games people care about that are popular.
Yeah.
And I'm like, for an industry built on something about you originally like playing stuff yourself and then involvement, it's just kind of driving me nuts. But it's okay because I know once Cyberpunk hits, that all whatever that we'll see how many people are playing Among Us in 2 years from now.
Oh, not a lot.
No, yeah.
But it's like just getting, doing its best right now for sure.
Yeah, I mean, good for it. Maybe I'll try it once just to see. It's just
just try it.
I don't know. I have to try it and see. I don't know. I just feel like there's been so many other things like it out there that are pretty good, and that like they get neglected for this one.
Yeah.
And it's like, but hey, that's the cool hip thing right now. So I'd be willing to give it a shot, I guess. But yeah, well, Among Us. Anything else, or is it mainly Among Us?
Valorant. Fall Guys started working last night. Yeah. So I have to check again to see if it still works.
What level are you right now? Do you know?
I don't even know. 12 maybe, 10.
Okay.
Something real low.
Yeah, I haven't played recently. I'll tell you what I did today. I kept going back and forth, and I did it because it was still technically on sale for 25% off, as I got PlayStation Plus again for a year. So now I have Fall Guys on the PS4. And I got Modern Warfare campaign, which I technically have the first Modern Warfare 2 from PlayStation Plus. Still haven't even touched that either.
Yeah.
Because I hear those campaigns are some of the best. I'm like, okay, or whatever.
Sure it is.
So maybe one day I'll finally get that. But yes, I have PlayStation Plus, which means I can play PlayStation online. I might play some Fall Guys online on there just to see. I think because they're like, you might even still use your names and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's other updated news. So I'll let you know how that goes because I'm curious. I'm curious to try it to see.
Yeah.
How many hackers are there on PlayStation compared, one of those things. But yeah, it was So for overall this podcast, we know we had like. Wasn't like as a positive overall podcast, but like, hey, the industry's doing some weird times right now. And things are happening. So in the meantime, guys, we're gonna wrap up our podcast here. Make sure to follow us on the socials. Follow Kindle. Follow me. Be sure to follow podcast. And we will be back next week with some new content for you guys. Some new news. Some new things happen.
We got things happening.
A lot of stuff happening. So just keep an eye out. Just keep an eye out. You guys, you'll see it when it happens. In the meantime, guys, thank you for hanging with us, and bye!